Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going hard on the CNC. So, seen the updates, you know what happened with the last piece. We're remaking the transmission piece. That's gonna be another video when we finally finish it. We need to remake that, and we need to start making our suspension parts. So we have a ton of metal. I've got 3 bricks like this, a new plate for the transmission, and I have more on the way. We even have the little, the bar of brass, so we can make the little sleeve for our input shaft. I'm not gonna waste any more time. We have a lot of hours of machining ahead of us, and we're gonna spend probably the next 3 or 4 days just ripping on the CNC, getting stuff done. So, here we go. All right, we officially have our second transmission plate. Looks just like our other one, front and back, pretty much the same. But we have all of our corrections. And actually, one cool thing is, before we had the 3 holes that were off because I couldn't reach one of the transmission holes and then 2 of the bell housing holes. I guess I was just wrong about that because I was actually able to get that other transmission hole in. So those should be perfect based off of the model that I put in there, which is great because all the testing I've been doing with that model and those holes has been spot on. The only thing we had to do is those 2 transmission holes, we're gonna line them up with the 3D printed version we have. We're gonna mark them and drill them. We have 2 holes to drill, and this will be done. But we're gonna get to that in another video because once this is done, transmission and engine are going straight back in the car so we can take some measurements for the drive shaft and a whole bunch of other stuff. But like I said, we have plenty of stuff to do. So next part we're making is we're taking this big old block right here and turning it into this. This is the center coilover mount where both of the coilovers will come in and mount to this piece. We are not going to, we might do that top little cutout. I'm not gonna try to do, I think, these cutouts on the sides. All these cutouts are just for looks. They just make it a little bit more interesting to the eye. We can probably do these ones on the side because I have to basically, I have to surface every single side. I don't have to, but I'd like to because it make it look a little bit better. So when I have it in here like this to surface it, I might as well just go ahead and cut those out. Not too sure how it's gonna look because that big bit won't be able to do quite in that little corner down there, and it won't get the corners quite right. But we'll see how it looks. If we need to put a smaller bit on, we can put a smaller bit on, so I'm not too worried. Super excited for this piece. I'm gonna get started, and then we have a million more pieces to make after it, so fun. First part off the CNC. This part is super cool. Still have some cleaning up to do on the side. I just need to take that off. It's just the factory edge, so just need to grind that down. And other than that, it like took some extra weird chunks off where I had to flip the part, and it's best not to do that. Nothing that'll affect it, but all of the cool little, they're aesthetic. They offer no support. Cutouts are gonna be kind of cool, so. And looks just like the previous version we had with all the little cutouts and stuff, so. Next part we're making is the, did I say it already? I don't know. The spacer between the rockers. So that shouldn't be crazy. I'm gonna knock it out real quick and probably just come back when it's done. This is the piece I'm talking about. So it's actually I have the whole thing here. This piece actually goes in between these 2 pieces. So it's just a spacer because when you go to clamp these together, they're gonna wanna pull inwards. And so it's just a spacer to stop them from doing that. Probably could have just made like 3 individual spacers or even ordered some probably this specific size, but this is more fun. And then the end piece, it's this. This is the same exact piece, but it has an extension on it where the push rod's gonna go, and it'll actually push on the thing. So I have to make 2 of each. I don't know how long it's gonna take. The only parts we have left are the rockers. Oh, and the rocker mount piece. So I guess we have a lot more to make, but gotta get done. Well, we have final piece. It's nothing, it's just a spacer. So pretty cool to see that. I'm having an issue getting a good surface finish though on the sides. Like it cut it out like this, so these are all the sides, and it just I had to restart it a couple times, and that could definitely be what it is, but it digs in. You see how like wavy it is? It just digs in some weird spots, but function over form because I just need these things to work, and they look decent. Like no one's really gonna be able to see it anyway. So on to the next, which is the same thing as this, but it has an actual spot with a cutout in it for where the push rod is actually gonna push off of. So it's gonna be a little tricky with that one because I can cut most of the shape out this way, but then I have to turn it and have it cut out of the middle of the piece. So it'll be interesting, but that's what we're here for. Okay, well, we finished up this piece on the side. Nothing crazy, just like the other version. And then we're able to fit the little, this needs some clearance because it's just, the plastic isn't quite fitting. But the little heim joint that's in there, that'll push on it as it rocks. It's a little tight right now, but on the car it'll be fine. So the rockers are gonna get done in another video, but to close out this one, I wanna finish the rocker piece that has the bearing that's pressed into it, because we'll need to also press the bearing in. This video's already been going on. I've been filming for like a week and a half, trying to get all this stuff done, because this stuff just takes so long. And then not only that, this is just one half. I need to redo all of it for the other half, which I'll just knock out off camera. But I do want to finish that one piece in the video, so yet again, I'll be back when I'm done. After 2 weeks, we finally have the, not final, but the last piece that I had planned to make for this video, which is the rocker base mount. It's where the rocker pivots from, and then the bearing will go inside of here. It's not done because if you can see, there's this outer circle, which is where the bearing will go, and then there's this inner circle. The CNC didn't want to cut that far down, so I'm probably gonna have to get some kind of like carbide bit or something for like my Dremel and just go to town for like a little bit. So not ideal, because I know I have to do that again for the next one, and I guess I could change the design a little bit to give me some more room, but I doubt it'll take me more than an hour or two of work, which sucks but isn't crazy. So with that final piece, I think that's it for this episode. I apologize for all the kind of starting and stopping and like, here's a piece, here's what we're making next, here's that piece, here's what we're making next, here's that piece. The CNC takes a long time, I've told you guys that before, and with that and life and work, it's hard to film these things in a nice rounded wrapped up video. You just kind of have to film when you can. I think our next piece is gonna be taking this and putting it in the CNC. It's a brass rod to make the adapter for the transmission, but that's gonna go in a transmission video. I've got a lot to do this week. We had a bunch of parts show up, so I'm going to end it here, get working on that, and try to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. This is actually a really big week for the car. We have a lot of stuff planned to get done, so definitely look out for the next 2 or 3 videos there's gonna be some new stuff, some stuff you've seen before that's actually now just getting implemented into the car. And hopefully by the end of the week, we can actually make this thing a car again. But as always, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.